Hello everyone and welcome to a new PlayStation 5 tips and tricks video. This time we are going to see how to activate the 120Hz on your PlayStation 5. Well, the first thing we will have to take into account are two things. First, that our television is compatible with the 120Hz. That's a must, okay? It has to be compatible. It has to have an HDMI 2.1 port and, on the other hand, we're going to have an HDMI 2.1 cable to connect our PlayStation 5 to the television through that cable. Once we have that clear, what you have to know is that not all games are compatible with the 120Hz. But, in this case, I'm going to show you with Call of Duty Cold War, which is compatible with the 120Hz. Well, once you open the game, the first thing I want to show you is where you access the 120Hz. And, in this case, I haven't touched anything in the PlayStation, I haven't activated it yet, so it's going to be incompatible. I will not be able to set the 120Hz. In this case, we start the game, we go into the game options, we go to graphics and, as you can see here, where it says refresh rate at 120Hz, it says no. And we can activate ray tracing, okay? We can put yes or no to ray tracing. There won't be any problem. Okay, this says no. So, what we need to do is modify a setting on the PlayStation 5 so that we can set this to yes and we can run the game at 120Hz. So, we close the game. It's important to say that the game has to be completely closed because, if it's not, the settings don't apply. And then, from the PlayStation menu we go to the top of the settings, we'll go to settings, go to the bottom where it says game settings, applications, and saved data, click on it and go to game presets. I think it is predefined game settings. Here, where we have to look is where it says performance mode or resolution. Here, by default, the PlayStation puts it in default of the game and what we will have to do is to put it in performance mode. We change it to performance mode. Then, what the game is going to do is to prevail the issue of fluidity and the 120Hz over the resolution, over the quality of the game. Although, personally, we are not going to notice it too much, but we are going to notice the fluidity of the 120Hz. So, once we have this tab active, this mode, let's say, we go back to the main menu, we open the game again and once we are back in the main menu, what we have to do is go back to options, we go back to graphics and as you can see, currently, that is, automatically, it has eliminated the ray tracing issue because the visual or graphics issue disables it and what it automatically activates is the refresh rate of 120Hz, which makes the game run a lot smoother. Well, guys, this is the end of today's video. As you can see, it has been a fairly simple process and the truth is that when playing the game it is quite noticeable that we are playing at 120Hz instead of 60. So, as always, if the video has been useful, leave me a like, that is totally free. Subscribe to the channel to not miss anything and, for my part, nothing more. As always, a pleasure and until the next video.